that up. All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of the hashtag TFR Motivational Monday Zoom call. As you might have guessed by now, this is not Don D and Marcy. We are actually Bob and Laura Robbins, Elite Pro Sevens out of Phoenix, Arizona, and they asked us to be the guest host for this call today. And we are super excited for this call and for each of you that are here now live during the Zoom and those that will be watching it through the YouTube channel later on. So again, we've been taught and we understand that our belief many times grows greatly and our confidence as we watch others have success in the area that we want to grow or that we want to have success. And today we have an amazing team member that hit the rank of Pro 5 last month out of Canada. And you're going to get to hear from her a little bit about her story and some of the things that she does, but really what it is that's enabled her, the skill set, mindset that Marcy and Don D talk so much about, and really put out so much time and effort in order to help the team. So again, thank you for being here. And I want to give a big shout out and a thanks to Marcy and Don D for doing this consistently every Monday and what they've done. But also, before we do that, I want to remind each one, many of you may be getting on and watching this later, but please encourage your new team members, right? Those that you enroll, to please go and look for the YouTube channel, Team Freedom Reigns. Marcy and Don D have put these TFR calls on there. They have playlists that are there for getting started. They have other elite distributors and presentations been done on skill set, mindset, particular things to grow. A great way for your team, particularly new team members, old team members, to be able to go and look up specific things and to get these calls if they're not able to participate on a Monday evening. So without any further ado, would like to introduce going to read her bio just a little bit. So we refer to her and call her Binky, and her name is Benita Olmillo, I guess. I'm going to mess it up. Sorry.
She'll correct us.
She'll correct anything I'd say that's wrong, and that's what I love about
Everything
it.
is good, Olmillo.
Okay. So her friends call her Binky, right? So she was born in the Philippines and from the town of Quinoquin, Misamis Oriental. And she was a teacher by trade, and she was working as an OFW. Now, many of you may not realize what OFW stands for, but that is actually overseas Filipino workers, right? And so as an OFW in Hong Kong before going to Canada. And as you can look in that beautiful background there, she worked in a hospital where she was a healthcare aide before LifeVantage found her, right? Her passion is to help others to learn that there's a better way to live a healthy life and the fullest of your choice. But let me just take you back a little bit. A couple years ago, a team member enrolled a chiropractor up in Canada. And that chiropractor was Ferdinand, and he had some individuals that he was seeing on a regular basis. And one of his patients that he was actually there seeing, that was seeing for treatment, was Binky. And we had a distributors up doing some meetings and said, oh my goodness, you cannot believe the experience that this lady is having and what she is doing. But she is so full of life and she is so excited for life. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Anyway, so we got a chance to see her on Zoom. And again, she just jumps off the page and so full of life. But then we heard a little bit about her story. We heard about some of the things she was going through prior to LifeVantage, some of the challenges that she was facing, and I could not believe it was the same person. I will tell you, since then, had the opportunity to go with Marjorie Ham, who is a leader in our team, and she was up in Canada and had a chance to go up there and do some meetings and had a chance to meet Binky in person. And oh my goodness, you can't help but fall in love with her. She has the most beautiful smile, but again, more than anything, she loves to help others and she loves to live life. And I am so thankful and excited for her to be a part of our team and to be on this call because Binky last month hit the rank of Pro 5. Amazing accomplishment. As you know, a Pro 5 is 20,000 in volume going through your business on a monthly basis. Literally, that's in the top 3 to 5% of the company. That rank is not something that's easily obtained. So again, very excited to be able to have Binky here with you tonight to share some of the things that she has and to make it easy and to share her story. Actually, I'm going to turn some over to Laura and have Laura kind of just talk with Binky and as we talk about it and give her some questions and about what's led to her success, a little bit about how it is, and I'm going to turn that over so I don't end up taking some of your questions, Laura. But again, appreciate being able to be here with each of you and for this call.
Yeah, we are very excited to be here tonight. And first of all, before I start these questions, something in talking with Binky, we were going over the fact of fear and how I know that one of her struggles that she has and one of the things she fears is speaking to other people. And I tell her, you are not alone in that. That is something that I think a lot of us go through. But she's a little bit worried because she does struggle with the language barrier. I told her, you just go ahead and read what you want to say, speak to us, speak from your heart, and you'll be just fine. And we'll be able to understand and we'll be able to feel her passion and her excitement about this. So Binky, I'm going to start off then with the first question that we have for you. We want you to explain what your life was like before LifeVantage found you.
Okay, thank you, Bob and Laura, for having me here. It is an honor and privilege to be here with you all, guys. And also, thank you for having, let me share my story that might touch your heart tonight. And good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. I know there are some people hopping in from the Philippines from my team. Thank you, guys. And thank you all, US and Canada, thank you. And all over the world. Okay, to answer your question, before LifeVantage, I was very miserable and totally disabled for 2 years. After my 4 surgeries, it was a challenge to keep going because I could hardly move. I could hardly change my clothes. Okay, I could hardly comb my hair. I could raise my hand and comb my hair, and even to hold a cup and a plate was difficult. It could drop on my sink. It's really hard to get up and very hard to sit properly. Hard to walk. All my joints and my spine has discomfort, is aching everywhere in my body. I cannot eat solid food, even to chew. It's really difficult. I hold my chew and just to just to move. It's really painful. Anywhere I touch my body, it's painful. So I have total brain fog. Even to like I can eat an egg and I boil an egg and I didn't even realize that the water is already my egg is burned. Though I make my cup full, my kettle full and to boil my egg. That's how terrible my brain fog was. Okay, then I cannot even hold my pee and poo. It's difficult for me to hold. I lose all my control, and I got no hope to feel better. And my doctor gave me only a pain reliever to ease the pain, and yet it doesn't help. And that is my story before LifeVantage. You are muted.
Okay, now let's jump over to the next question is, so what's it like now, Binky, since LifeVantage found you? What is it like now? What's going on with you?
First of all, I am so very thankful that LifeVantage was introduced to me by my therapist. After 6 months of taking activator, I feel better and I can do more. I also found a lot of strangers and new friends like you here. You're my family, and the strangers that become friends are my family. And especially I found our very own humble servant leader, Marjorie Ham, was my best mentor and leader, who taught me to go on and to everything from the time that I started here. I joined here because I want to feel better and I share and everything, things like that. So my life is never the same, which I thought I could never get back. As I said in the beginning, I was so miserable. Now I can do the things I love to do. I do appreciate already walking. Before I don't appreciate walking. I feel like I don't want to walk. But now I don't complain walking because I cannot walk. Okay, and now I can do dancing and playing my guitar back again. And most of all, I am happier, because I am able to help a lot of people by sharing this gift that has blessed my life.
Oh my gosh, Binky. Before I give it back to Laura, I just have to jump in here. That brings back that memory, right? That I remember seeing you when we met. You were actually dancing and so excited, and I would have never thought that you were in that other place before LifeVantage found you, because you were singing and you were dancing, and we love your videos that you post now. And again, you are so full of life. It's hard to believe that old Binky ever existed.
Like Bob was saying, I love to get on your page and there you are, you're doing exercises, you got your little tights on and you're showing, the different exercises and the movements and the things that you can do. And I love listening to you sing. And that right there is what really touches my heart when I think about what you went through before any of this and where your life must have been. We didn't know you then. We know you now. We have watched you go from being where you were in the beginning to where you are now. And it's like I say, look at the smile on your face, the joy that you bring to so many. So, what inspires you, Binky, to keep going, to keep doing this, and to keep doing what you're doing with the business?
Okay, so who could not? I cannot keep this to myself. Okay, I'm so inspired to. It's the thing that keeps me inspired, me going, is to see many lives that has been changed, just like me. Especially that we are now open in the Philippines, and I found an instrument to help many Filipinos that are struggling with their health and also financially. That's why I'm so excited to go home, to go help more Filipinos create amazing stories.
Amazing. So, Binky, with you just reaching Pro 5, how have you personally grown?
I have grown so much on my patience and persistence and also perseverance and commitment to myself of what I'm doing every day. It changes my attitude in general. Like before, I don't want to talk to people, I just want to be alone and myself. And I learned and it opened my mind that this industry is all about helping others. And without changing my way of seeing myself to become a better person and leader, I would never succeed. So plugging in meetings often is necessary to me, attending events to keep myself connected and updated, taking personal growth and development, and connecting to team, and also plugging our guiding our new members has changed myself a lot. And also following all the leaders like you, our Elite Pro 7, Bob and Laura, and also Dr. Dondi, Elite Pro 9, Dr. Dondi, and Marcy, and also our Premier Pro 6, Marjorie Galiguham. So because because of your example that changed my whole perspective in life. It changes for me for a better person, and it grows me on how to lead by example as a leader to my team, and as for myself. Very huge, very huge changes to me.
Thanks, Binky. And I'm going to ask you just one last thing here. How important has your team been in your success in hitting Pro 5?
Wow, teamwork is really important, because Pro 5 is really hard without my team, because I could not have done this without them. That is why I'm so grateful to all of you. You are, my leaders, my downline, my sideline, my upline, cross line, for all your help and inspiring me to lead by example.
Well, Binky, I'm going to tell you, you inspire me. Every time I hear you speak, every time I hear your story, you inspire me to want to be better and to want to keep going and to find those like you who are hurting and who need what we have. So thank you. Thank you so much for stepping out of your comfort zone, for sharing your heart with us and your story with us. And I'm gonna let Bob take it away.
Binky, hang around for just a few minutes. But again, as we've been talking about your journey and a little bit about your story to Pro 5, you talked a little bit and thankful to your team. But can I just tell you thank you, because you not only are growing as a leader, but you are a willing participant of that team. From the very beginning, you have plugged in. From the very beginning, you have reached out and reached up to others for help. You have been coachable. You have been willing. And as you have felt and seen the transformation of your life physically, I would say that you've been on fire to tell others, right? That passion and that fire to tell others, because you want them to have and see what you have, and for them to have those blessings in their lives. So thank you for being willing. I think that's one thing that is not something that we can coach. That's not something that we can teach. And even if I think of in other sports, right, is that when we go out and we share this, I believe these products are for everybody. The idea of activation is for everybody. The business requires growth. It's a personal growth in course, disguised, I think, as a network marketing. But what I will tell you is that those that are willing to link arms, to reach out, are the ones that have the most personal growth the quickest, and seem to grow and have the most effect on others around them. So thank you for being such a great team player. Thank you for, and I will share with you as well in this call, Binky was told when we invited her and asked her if she'd be willing to share this story, I think her first thought was, oh no way, no how. But then she shared with me, right? She goes, but my mentor, my leader, Marjorie Ham, she, AKA Bacon, she told me that anytime you're invited, you say yes. And then you figure out what to do afterwards. You say yes, right? And so that's her being coachable. So again, those that are on here, please, please, please have a desire, be coachable, say yes, whether you feel like you have the talent or the skill, it's because others see it in you and you will rise up to that level. So Binky, thank you for saying yes. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
all of
Bob. Thank
oh,
you.
you bet.
I thank you so much. I just kind of like overwhelmed. I wanted to share. I hope you're being touched of what my story and can share to others too. Thank you so much. Without you all, your mentorship and everything, I can't be like this.
And you know what? We are all here learning together. We're all growing together. And that is, when we talk about teamwork, that is the one thing that I see. There are faces on here of people that I don't know, and then there's people on here that I do know. And again, we're all in this for the same reason. We're here to feel better, whether it's physically, financially, or whatever. And as we find that success and we see that success, then it's like Binky was saying, we were talking about it. She says, I have to share this. No matter how scared I am or how hard it is, I have to share this. And we were talking just today, and she was talking about how she's got, and I think probably all of us on here at one time or another, we've had to go back to people that we talked to in the beginning, because our excitement and the things that we were feeling, I think, and you've all heard this term, we throw up all over people. But Binky was saying today, I've got to, and I can, and I will go back to some of these people, that she started out a little bit wrong, and they were actually some people in the medical industry, and yet, even like I say, with her fear, she is ready. She's ready to do that. And again, we're all here for the same reasons, to learn and to grow and to become better. And so, Binky, you got this. You can do the things that we talked about earlier, and reach out. And you have a team behind you. You talked about your sideline, your upline, your downline, crossline, wherever. We're all a team here, Team LifeVantage, together here to help each other.
Thank you very much, Laura and Bob.
Oh, you bet, Binky. So in the chat, there's a couple things, and I know that you do. We didn't go specifically into them, but what do you do your business on a daily? What do you do? Do you have a method of operation? Do you do a power hour? I know these answers, but people on here may not know. So do you work your business every day, every other day? How can you tell us just a little bit?
Actually, yes. I'm doing it every day. I have, well, in the beginning, as Laura said, I shared it to you in the morning. I said I have lots of people doesn't talk to me, and I have that fear of, being rejected. And now I get, if I won't do it, it won't happen. So I have to step up to go back to them again. And also, I am encouraging my my downline, cross line, sideline. I'm doing power hour. So as Marjorie is in the Philippines, I'm holding the power hour in the afternoon. And thank you everyone who is hopping in there. You are welcome to hopping in. We just do the like we're doing quietly, and sometimes we talk after what are the updates, things like that. But then inviting and follow up what we do. And during, while Marjorie is not still in the Philippines, I'm handling it, or the other way, I have Sophia. We exchange whoever available. If I'm not available, then someone could really continue the power hour. And in the Philippines, I started for my team to have my power hour, and I do it So I have 2 power hour in the morning for the Philippines and the afternoon for here global. So I'm trying to do that just to help each other and to keep me going, because I wanted to do more and I want to grow more for myself personally. And by doing it, I am hoping that I could change for a better and I could touch somebody's life and help more people.
Thank you, Binky. And I know that that you were doing those power hours, but I think for people that are on here to realize that we talk about, you know, teamwork makes the dream work, right? And so as you're able to work with your new team members, new distributors that have joined your team, and work with others, then that you work together and it makes the work easy, right? I mean, many hands make the work much easier. And I know in being on there, you laugh, you have fun together, you support one another. And again, it's a great way to be able to do that. So appreciative for you being here and for being consistent, that is, on a regular basis. And I appreciate you stepping up and hosting those power hours that Marjorie may have done before, and being that leader. And that really is evident, I think, in you hitting the rank of Pro 5. So normally, I don't know that we necessarily do, but if there's anyone that has, I'm going to take liberty. If there's anyone that has a question for Binky,
Oh, she's going to be
she's going to be mad at me.
you.
But if anybody has a question for Binky, maybe something that she's done, you feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question, or type it in the chat. Maybe type it in the chat, and we'll get that answered for you. If not, we're going to bring this call to an end. All right, Binky, I think you. Oh, here we go.
I cannot correct what I have. I got the wrong grammar today. It should be well said. It is not we all said. I say
Well said.
really, I really congratulate. I really attest and affirm what happened to Binky, because she walks the talk. She really did it. She really did her best. There are times that she feels discouraged, frustrated, but never give up. That's why I rejoice with you, Binky. You
Thank you
will
so
deserve
much.
it. Yeah. Good job. And thank you, Marjorie. Thank you for pushing us to really do our best. And Binky is one of your trophies that's coming up and showing up. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah, and Bob and Laura, you're good examples to us too. And we hope we can also continue to pass it on to our team, you know, to our team members. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sophie.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and stop the recording again. Thank you for everyone for hopping on here again. I hope you've learned and grown from this, but really is hopefully your mindset has been such and enlightened is that you can do this. It may not necessarily be easy. It may require some personal growth, but lock arms with whoever it is that's around you. Create a team, right? Join that team. Be a good teammate, right? Reach out, reach up, reach down, reach and help others to be able to learn and grow together. As you do that, it makes this so much easier. And honestly, if you look at, that's what attracted LifeVantage to us, is that idea of a team and others being willing to help us to do something we had never done before. It is possible. And again, each of us have our own journey. Don't compare yourself to someone else, but reach out. I know that Marcy and Dundee are always willing to help, and as other leaders that are here as well. And appreciate you all being here, and have a good evening, and please be safe, and we will see you all next week.
Okay. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for
Thanks, Bob and
everybody.
Laura.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bob,
Thanks,
Laura.
Binky.
Congrats, Binky.
Thank you.